Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Jordan Comstock. I'm the CEO and founder of BoomCloud, and I have with me Parker Williams. He's one of our program specialists here, and we're starting this new series called BoomCloud Tips, and we're going to be daily giving you guys tips on what we're seeing out there in the market when it comes to growing your practice, increasing revenue through your in-house membership program, increasing case acceptance, and generating my favorite recurring revenue for your practice. So I have Parker here. He's on our team. He's a serial entrepreneur, and he's been around for a while in the entrepreneurial space, and has helped many practices on our team with their membership programs, and has been a great resource. Parker, how you doing, man?
I'm excited to be here and help out with these tips of the day.
Sweet, yeah. So today we're going to be talking about manually versus automatic managing your in-house membership program. I'm seeing a lot of this. Or you're seeing a lot of it too?
Yeah, more and more.
So Parker talks with a lot of our customers and potential customers on a daily basis. So this is a topic that we're seeing come up quite a bit in the industry. And we're seeing a lot of practices thinking that they can manage an in-house membership program themselves. They can. That's the reality. That's the truth. But we'd like to kind of dig a little bit deeper and talk about the difference between automatic and manual management. The first thought that comes to my mind is a lot of practices in the early days, before there was software, they would manage their schedule with the paper, or I think there was like a cork board. I don't remember what they used to call it, but my mom always used to talk about that growing up, how inefficient it was. But basically, managing something manually is basically having paper and manually writing down things. You wouldn't nowadays,
or even using spreadsheets.
Or spreadsheets, exactly, spreadsheets online. You wouldn't nowadays start a practice and give your staff a paper calendar and say, hey, just fill my schedule on this, and then just let's review it each day, right? It's super inefficient, and there's a lot of cool technology out there that helps you streamline your scheduling system. The same thing goes when it comes to creating and managing your in-house membership program. So let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about some of the problems with managing it manually. You want to give your insight here?
I'll hit on a few. So Jordan's already talked about it. It's really inefficient, but the biggest problem is you're relying on an employee who can leave at any minute of the day or any month of the year, and take the knowledge and experience and training with them, and you've got to then rehire somebody and introduce them to what you were doing in your practice, and that's going to take a lot of time and money in order to hand that over to a new employee. And you may not even know where are they at, what were they doing, how were they managing this. You're gonna fall into some pitfalls that we've seen with managing this. So you're relying on human to do this, and it's not smart.
Yeah, and a good point we can bring up is I think a lot of practices need to think more like business owners and entrepreneurs than dentists, and I'm not criticizing anybody in the industry, but I believe that in whatever industry you're going, there's a business side and then there's a technical side, whatever it is. And I think that a lot of dentists could benefit by understanding and thinking more like a business owner, and by forcing or making your staff manage something manually, it doesn't make sense in my mind, because their technology today is awesome, and it's just, you want things to be efficient for your practice. This is your practice. This is probably one of your largest assets that you're going to own, and here you're kind of having poor systems in it, right? So I think that's something that I'd like to mention here in this tip of the day. Another thing is when you're managing a program manually, it's not trackable, meaning you can't hold your staff accountable, right? Let's say I start a membership program. I set a goal with my staff and say, I want to sign up 2 patients a day. This is my goal. You can track that with software very systematically, easily. Manually, people make things up, or you're not seeing the data, right? You never know.
I mean, we've experienced it here in our own business. We found that when we use tools, we're able to track our performance and the performance of the employees a whole lot more. And ultimately, the whole point of this is it's a long-term strategy. So if you can create a system that's going to help increase the value of your practice. So in 10, 15 years from now, when you want to sell your practice, you're going to have a buyer come and look at your practice, and if it doesn't have a streamlined system, your practice is going to be valued at a whole lot less than what it would be if it had a system.
Absolutely. So let's talk about systems and automatic management with a program, right? Stuff that BoomCloud helps you with, right? Some of the benefits are that it's efficient, right? It's trackable. It works 24/7. Your employees can't work 24/7. I know you wish they can work 24/7, but they can't. And a software tool can, right? If a patient wants to sign up for your membership program at midnight after they've had an issue or something with their teeth, they can hop on your website and sign up through our online portal that connects to your website, right? It's more affordable. We have a table that we're going to show here in the video that shows you a breakdown of the common time it takes a staff member to manage a membership program and what it takes for BoomCloud to help manage it. I can tell you right now, if you can afford a Big Mac each day for like $9 with, let's say, big size Big Mac, right, with the drink and
or
big
coffee,
fries, right, or coffee, yeah. $9 a day is how much BoomCloud costs to manage a membership program, so it's pretty cheap, right? So it helps save time as well. A lot of practices, office managers or staff members, when they're managing it manually, they're manually taking credit card information, putting them on a paper form or a Google Doc, right?
Yeah. And
number one, that's against PCI compliance. You don't want to get hit on a fee with that. It's like what, $10,000 a card or something.
Yeah.
That's not in compliance or something.
Yep.
So that's a big thing of managing it manually. But a lot of staff members will manually register a patient up, which takes time, and it may be a small amount of time, but the more patients you get, the more time it takes, right? And the goal of these programs is to scale them and grow them to a large. It's a volume game, right? With these, so I think basically when a staff member is managing the program, they're manually doing these tasks, registering patients, and then they're manually following up with patients. I know of a practice here in Utah that has a membership program that's thinking about joining BoomCloud. Their manager was complaining to me and saying, man, it's just so much work because I'm having to look at, she has a book.
She's got a spreadsheet or a book or something.
In this case, it's a 3-ring binder, and it's full of paper, hundreds of patients' paper that she goes in and manually makes sure that their card's not due today. It's crazy. And she manually calls those patients and says, hey, your membership is due today, would you like to pay it? And she has to manually call them and get permission. Well, BoomCloud, you don't do that. It's all automatic, right? So those are the things that I think about. Parker, do you want to talk about predictable recurring revenue? This is my favorite topic I could talk about all day, but let me give you a chance to talk about it.
It's absolutely crucial, especially when we go back to that strategy, long-term strategy of selling your practice eventually or passing it down to a family member. It increases the value of your practice 6 to 10 times. Your practice becomes 6 to 10 times more valuable.
And that's based off of the book that I always talk about on my podcast and called.
It's Automatic Customer by John Warrillow. Yep. And this is huge in any industry.
Keep talking and get a book.
Any industry that adds recurring revenue to it's going to increase the value of their business overall. So we highly recommend using this strategy in your practice. The other reason why we recommend using an automated system is because it creates an automatic sell. So like Jordan was talking about earlier, 24/7 is it's running 24/7. It's on your website. The patient can get on their website and purchase their membership and be able to purchase at any time of day, any time of night, and then it takes that card and it charges it automatically.
Whether
every
it's
year.
monthly or yearly.
Yeah.
Let's plan. So I think that's a good point, that a lot of practices, when they're thinking about manually managing a program, they're not thinking about the value of the practice and the long-term strategy that an in-house membership program could do, right?
And it's absolutely essential, especially to survive nowadays. And we know with the market the way it's going, we're going to start seeing more successful chains grow. And they're going to come into your town and city, and they're going to
efficient systems.
Exactly, and they'll put you out. They'll put you out immediately. It's happened in the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh yeah.
It's happened in a lot of medical industries, and it's going to happen in the dental industry. And if you don't have systems in place, like a membership program that's automated, you're gonna have a competitor come in, and you're gonna be put out.
Absolutely.
And so that's essential.
No, those are good points, but. Really hope that today's tip helps you guys think more like a business owner and thinking more towards automatic systems and processes, generating that predictable recurring revenue. That's one of the benefits of using a software like BoomCloud, is that we generate a report that you can actually predict your revenue, right? You can see it coming in on a daily basis, depending on when your patients have signed up. But it is predictable, and like Parker mentioned earlier, that's probably the most valuable asset that you get when you're growing your membership program, when you can automate payments and prove that they're going to be coming in to a potential buyer. It's going to be less risky for them to buy it, because if you can grow your program to thousands of patients, I've seen practices generate over $30,000 a month in predictable revenue, and that's just from the membership fees. That's not including money or revenue from treatment plans. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about either manually managing it or automatic. That there's a lot of pros to automatic. I'm not saying that you can't do it manually. We encourage that. We encourage people to create these membership programs. But if you really want to scale this and grow this and take your practice to the next level, be smart and make it automatic.
Think like a business owner or an entrepreneur. It'll benefit you long term. Totally.
Awesome. Okay. Any closing thoughts? I think this was a really good session today. Any closing thoughts?
No, I don't think so. I'm excited to help grow the dental industry.
Awesome. Thanks again for Parker on our team here at BoomCloud and all the resources and time he dedicates to helping our industry. I think it's awesome. So thanks you guys for watching, and we hope this was awesome, and look for more tips coming soon.